Hello there, brave souls, and welcome once again to our little corner of the internet where the shadows gather and the chill of the unknown sends shivers down our spines. This is your host, ready to guide you through another haunting journey into the deepest, darkest pockets of Reddit's most unsettling stories. If you're a long-time listener, it's great to have you back. If you're new around here, well, I hope you're ready for the strange, the eerie, and the utterly terrifying. Strap in, light a candle, and prepare to peek beyond the veil of the ordinary into a world where the only predictable thing is the unpredictable. Don't forget, if you find yourself enjoying the journey, consider subscribing to our podcast and becoming a part of our community. Like, comment, and share. Every bit of support helps us continue our exploration of the macabre. Now, without any further ado, let's dim the lights and dive headfirst into today's bone-chilling tales from Reddit's hidden archives. Brace yourselves, dear listeners, the night is dark and full of terrors. Welcome to Season 2. You know when you can tell a guy is struggling to keep eye contact with you, as if your cleavage has a gravitational pull? For my ex-boyfriend, it was my nose. I never liked the idea of dating apps. They felt superficial and I couldn't see myself getting to know somebody online. But I got tired of the faces around me and desperation soon set in, so I downloaded one. At first, I just found it fun to swipe on people, but then I came across a guy that caught my eye. Short, fluffy brown hair, round glasses and a soft smile had my attention. We'll call him Danny. Danny was close to my age, only about a year or two older, and we had similar interests. His bio had some cheesy hook line, something like "I'm looking for my dream girl, could that be you?" Most girls would have dry heaved and swiped left, but I found it stupidly charming, so I swiped right. I thought I'd be ignored or have to wait to see if he swiped back, but it immediately said we matched. And then suddenly, he was typing. It was all happening so fast. Hey. Hi. From there, it was wincing small talk that I won't drag you through, but we eventually broke the ice and really got into a flow of conversation. He was so passionate about the things he loved, it warmed my heart. I'd love to talk to you more about it, but maybe we could save the rest of this conversation for a date. Do you like coffee? He asked. I was stunned for a moment, as if getting asked out on a date on a dating app was shocking. But I didn't want it to end, so I agreed and we planned to meet up at this coffee shop. For once, I was feeling optimistic about my dating life. When I got to the coffee shop, I realized I got there before him. I was on time, so I hoped he was just running late. I bit my lip and tapped the table as I anxiously waited, the growing worry of being stood up growing inside me. But that was quickly squashed as I heard the bell above the door ring. I turned and saw him walk in, his gaze scanning the room. His brows raised a bit when I caught his eye, a soft smile on his face. I smiled back, watching as he approached. I am so sorry I'm late, my cat fucking puked on my rug. Of all places. No, don't worry about it, I chuckled. Is it okay? Yeah, I think he just ate something off the floor. But enough about that. Hi, he sighed with relief. Hi. We kinda just smiled at each other for a moment, our eyes locked. Until I realized they weren't, my eyes were on his, but he was staring at my nose. Do you want me to go up and order, or? No, you stay here. I'll be right back. I began digging through my purse before he left. I should have exact cash. I'll pay, don't worry about it. I looked up at him. No, please, let me pay for my drink. I'm serious, it's okay. Let me treat you. In this moment, I could hear my friends screaming, let somebody do something fucking nice for you, so I set my pride aside. Thank you, I smiled warmly. Don't sweat it. What do you want? He smirked back. He practically needed to write down my order on a scroll, it's ridiculously long. I know it had only been about 5 minutes, but it already felt too good to be true. My dating history wasn't pretty, so my brain treated this like a marriage proposal. Avoiding embarrassment, I shook the yearning look off my face as he walked back. Here's your concoction, he teased. And what did you get? I like it black. My face scrunched in disgust. What? It's so bitter. It's natural. Sure, I chuckled. We sipped our coffees as we continued our conversation from last time, as promised. But when I was talking, I caught him doing it again. He was ogling my nose. For some backstory, it was broken and never properly fixed, so I have a bit of a bump, but it just looks like I have a genetically bumpy nose bridge, and it's nothing special to be stared at for minutes on end. Do I have a booger or something? His brows raised, blood rushing to his face. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, it's just noticeable. I'm fucking this up so badly, aren't I? Not enough that I can't try and save it, I mumbled to myself. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's a bit of a story actually. He raised a curious brow. I was about 6 or 7 years old, I think. I was roughhousing in the pool with my cousin, and he got out, jumped on top of me and pretty much demolished my face. My nose was bleeding like a faucet. Damn, must have hurt like a bitch. It felt like a broken bone, that's for sure, I giggled, sipping my coffee. Well, I think it's cute. I smiled with a bit of recoil in my expression. Thanks. I didn't understand why my nose was such a hot topic of conversation, so I quickly moved past it. We got back on track, talking even after our drinks were long empty. Suddenly, he quickly glanced at his watch and then looked back up at me. I would love to stay here until this place closes, but my cat will eat my couch apart if I'm gone for this long. That's okay, we had a good time. I think so, at least, I smiled warmly. I do, too. Would you like to have another good time sometime soon? Maybe a restaurant? Yeah, I'd love that. I'm sick of these apps, what's your number? I pulled a pen I stole from a bank out of my purse and jotted it down on a cafe napkin. I then handed it to him with a smile. I'll text you when I get back. I nodded, standing up to hug him goodbye. Again, thank you for the coffee. Like I said, don't sweat it, he blushed. I watched as he walked out the door, my eyes locked on him till he disappeared in the distance. When I got home, I dropped back first onto my bed, my heart fluttering like I was a schoolgirl in love. I felt stupid for falling so fast, but it was the best first date of my life. The nose thing was still on my mind, but my yearning brain shoved it aside. It was odd, but it wasn't that serious to me at the time. We went on another date, then another, then I was sleeping overnight in his bed, and then about a month later, he was mine and I was his. I hate to be one of those sappy, insufferable couples, but it was hard not to be. It felt like heaven with him. I didn't care if it was too good to be true, I'd take a lifetime of heartbreak for a minute of this feeling. After the honeymoon phase wilted like a flower, it didn't take long for the glass to crack a bit. Nothing that was worth breaking up over, but things you learn that make you realize how much you don't know somebody until you really know them. One morning, we woke up facing each other, soft smiles stretching on our faces as we first saw each other through blurry vision. Until I realized that, once again, he wasn't looking at me, he was looking at my fucking nose. My smile quickly fell as I glanced away uncomfortably, as he began looking me in the eye with concern. What? Is everything okay? Why do you look at me like that? What? Like what? My nose. I get I look like a fucking witch because of it, but you don't need to make it more obvious. Sorry that it's so distracting. What? No, I wasn't, I didn't mean to. Danny, this isn't the first time. Just tell me if it's a turn-off or something. It's not. I just have a thing for flaws, I like looking at it. Flaws? Was that supposed to be a compliment? I laughed in disbelief. Yes, I'm serious. So am I. I threw off the blanket and quickly got dressed. Babe, wait. Are you talking to me or my nose? 'Cause she's leaving too. Please, come back to bed. I have shit to do. No, you don't. I whipped around with daggers in my eyes. Why are you being so fucking weird? I'm not. Yes, you are. Look, I'm not judging you for any interests, but I'm allowed to be uncomfortable with them if it has to do with me. So cut it out before I cut this off. My words instilled fear in his eyes, although I knew they were nearly hollow. I wasn't going to break up with him, but I wasn't letting myself be treated the way I had in the past. I didn't let his frown and puppy dog eyes hook me back into bed as I crammed my shoes on and left. That night, I vented to a friend about it. He wants to, fuck my nose or something. Ew, she chuckled with a scrunched face, brushing her mascara wand against her lash. Everything else has been amazing, though. It's just that. Have you spoken to him about it? Kinda? It was more of a fight. She sucked in air through her bared teeth. I hope he knows I'll whoop his ass. I chuckled. But seriously, he sounds like a great guy, just set some boundaries. Let him know he can't come in your nose while you sneeze or something. Thanks for that image, Jess, I recoiled with a cringed smile. Wait a fucking minute. She turned around and screamed. Sorry, Mark is honking like a maniac. It's okay, don't let me hold you up. She puckered her lips, checking her makeup before standing up with her phone. Alright, gotta run. Love you. Love you, and thanks. Of course, anytime. Bye. Bye. I dropped my phone on my lap and sighed deeply as I dazed off. This kink of his wasn't a deal breaker, but I needed to draw a line. Later that night, I rang his doorbell, planning what to say in my head as I waited at the door. His eyes widened a bit when he opened it, his tongue tied for a moment. Hey, I squeezed out. Hi. Can we talk? Why yeah. Come in. I awkwardly stepped inside, my eyes darting towards the faded puke stain on the rug. I pursed my lips and swallowed roughly before I turned to him. I love you, and I need you to respect my boundaries. I'm not trying to shame you for anything, but it's just not my thing, okay? Why are you making me out to be some fetishist? Am I not allowed to appreciate every part of you? Alright, my friends, we've reached the end of yet another eerie journey through the shadows of Reddit's most chilling tales. I sincerely hope you found these stories as riveting and spine-chilling as I did. The world is full of mysteries, isn't it? Remember, if you've enjoyed today's exploration into the unknown, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the podcast with your friends who also love a good scare. It's always more fun to explore the shadows together. A big heartfelt thank you to all of our subscribers, listeners and patrons out there. Your support is invaluable, it keeps the lights on here, and more importantly, keeps us delving into the eerie corners of the internet to bring you the best scary stories out there. If you've encountered any creepy occurrences or have your own chilling stories to share, don't hesitate to reach out to us via subreddit chronicles@gmail.com. We always love hearing from you, and who knows, your story might just feature in one of our future episodes. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your hearts brave, and your lights on. After all, you never know what's lurking in the shadows. This is your host, signing off. Stay safe and keep exploring the unexplored.